class of business studies. So this is a class of business studies. Good afternoon, student of class 12. So we have already completed your planning business environment. Now after planning there is a second management function or step will be organizing the thing. Now what is planning? The planning I have already told you. Peeping into the future, you advancedly think what you will do and what should you achieve and what would be your objective of your organization or your business, whatever. So peeping into future, we advancedly thinking what you will done in future, that is called planning. And there another way you can say, suppose there is a and from A you want to go to the B, and for this cover up, what you will do, that's you have to plan. Okay, so planning, suppose when you are in position of A, that business sale will be 10 crore. Now you want to this year, means future year, next year you want to sales to be 20 crore. You should increase your sales to 20 crore. So at least this 20 crore, what things you will do, that's draw up, is called the planning. So planning bridges the gap between A and B, and that is where you are now and where you to be, that is called planning. Now after planning, you have to implement this plan. So planning makes into action, planning put up into your action. Only planning is not the things and just sit. You just in planning, you just set your objective and goal. But in organizing, you have to things to be happen. The planning makes put to action is called organizing. So in organizing, so what is the definition of organizing? First we will know that is organizing is the process. Definition of organizing. Definition of organizing. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the work. Grouping the work to be performed. Defining and delegating, defining and delegating responsibility and authority and establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively effectively together in accomplishing an objective. So this is the definition of organization. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, and establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing an objective. So this is the definition of organization. Now, suppose you know there is each and every year there is some fest or mesmerize we call actually happen in our school in the month of November or December. So in that case, you know, when you actually plan for a fest, what you are planning the first you choose the place where should be the things will be happen. That is maybe ground and your auditorium, and what things will be happen will be ground and what will be the auditorium. Generally in auditorium is used for the cultural program, and in the ground you use for the different food stall will be there. There may be some joy rides. So all of this is a planning. Okay. Now after planning that there is a 7 or 8 food stall will be there. There will be some auto show will be there. You can offer the Maruti or Honda to come and show their auto and different vehicle, and there may be some stall for different type of bags. There may be stall of selfie stall where you can take a selfie photo and immediately print out that. Okay, and you know there is some cultural program which can be done by the different class students. Okay, and one day maybe there are some guests will become from to perform. So all these things is a planning. You just plan that is the 5-star food stall will be there. There will be one joyride. There will be cultural program and a guest performers would be invited. And after that, what you will do after planning? That is the plan is you just imagine and you just draw up a sketch that will be the happen. But how that will be the happen? How that puts to be action is called organizing. Okay. Now if there is a food stall, so you have to go to some food vendor and offer them to come to your school and get some place what the rent will be there. There may be rent 15,000. Okay, so identifying of work. First thing is identifying of work. Now there is some cultural program. So who will be doing the cultural program? Who will manage that program? Who is the distinguished guest will be we invite to arrive and lead a opening ceremony. So all these things you should identify first. Okay. So there is a organizing in the process. Process means if the minute process comes, so there will be some steps will be there. Steps I will discuss very shortly. So that is the process of identifying. So first thing is you have to identify the things what will be happen and grouping the work to be performed. Now group the work to be performed. Now there is a food stall will be there. So some people is just similar works should be grouped. Who will be take the responsibility of food stall, and they should go to the vendor and arrange whose food stall will become and whose type of food stall will be there. All the stall cannot be a pizza stall. There is a 5 and 6 food stalls, so different items should be there. And that one group you just make and give responsibility, give them to work that you are the person who actually see that matter. And some of them just make a group for the cultural things will be happen and they will be manage the cultural things. Now there will be some invitation, there are distinguished guests will be come, so you have to group some people, some in case of some student and teacher also, they should be grouped and they should perform this invitation process. So these are the grouping the work to be performed. What the work would be performed is to group. In case of business also, there is different things will be happen. There will be production, there will be after production, there will be packaging, then you have to sell, what is will be technique of the sale will be happen. So there, what will be marketing, how we will market. So there is a finance department who will actually keep the records of the things, monetary terms. So there is a production department, finance department, there will be the marketing department, and different department similar tasks should be grouped in different departments. So then you have to the grouping the work to be performed. Now defining and delegating responsibility. Now you have to delegate the responsibility. Who will do whose work? Everybody not doing the same work. There is overlapping of work not happen. So that you have to group people and give them responsibility that you are the food container, or you are the people who actually see the food matter. You are make a group, some of the seeds you are actually think the cultural program, cultural things, what will be happen, how will be happen, who will be actually perform, that thing will be managed by this person. So in case of business also, there is a production. So purchase, first you have to raw material, purchase should be needed, then you make it process, and then your packaging. So all things are grouping in one place, and that is production department. And there will be a production manager who would be authority, and the whole responsibility come under authority. So, and under him there is some people will work who are responsible for only production department. Okay, there will be some finance department, that some who are with knowledge of the finance or accounts. They are grouping in the similar way, and they will do the financial performance or accounting things, taxation matter. Okay, in marketing also there will be some people who are know the technique to how to sell, how to promote the goods. Okay, they will be similar group, there will be things, and there will be the marketing department will be there. And there is always a production manager who will be the authority of all the things of production. There will be the marketing manager who is the authority of all the things of marketing. There will be the finance manager who will know all the things in finance related things. And under that, the subordinates will be there. They will take the responsibility and report this authority person. Means you should, there is no ambiguity between the work, what you are doing. Means there is no confusion, what you will do and whom you will be supposed to report, who is your boss, that should be clearly mentioned. So this is called delegating responsibility and authority. Who will be your boss and what things you have to be performed. Now, an establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work. That's I have already said. So you should make a relationship between each and every people, so there is no dispute. And the production department person should not go to interfere the matter of the marketing department. In finance department also do not interfere with the marketing department. So there should be a clear relationship between each and every department, so that each and every group, so that so that for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively. If this grouping will be happen and each body know of his own what for he is responsible, then the work will be done very easily and everybody will be do very effectively. There is no waste of time, and there is not very much burden of work for just one people. If one people doing the production department, work in the production department, then he is doing the work in the finance department, then he works in the marketing department. This is a huge pressure of him, and no work will be done in effective and efficient manner. So each and every department, they should be grouped in similar people who have a great knowledge of marketing. They should be in similar group of marketing who has knowledge of the finance or an accounting related matter. They should be grouped in the finance department. And what is who has the product related matter, production related matter, purchase related, raw material related matter, packaging related matter, they should be in one group, that is production department. So for enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing an objective, so that the main goal of the business organization, that is to increase the turnover, should be achieved. This time maybe their main objective will be increase the turnover. So in that process they can achieve their goal. And in the case of school example, what I faced, so that there is a different people group will be there who similarly there is a food who will look the food products, who will look the food matter, they will be similar group, who will look the culture matter, they will be similar group, and they will be the invitation matter will look some of the people, they group in the same manner. There should be an head at this and that head. Suppose every teacher will be head of this group, and that student should be responsible to report to this teacher only, because what is happening that should know, and he is the authority, the main head of the department should control. Okay, so that the actually when the function or all the things should be, when this will be the time will be come, all the things will be organized in proper way, otherwise you cannot do the your fest. Okay, so this is a very practical example I take. So in case of school also, whatever there are lots of teachers, but each and everybody is not take the same classes. Who are very proficient in English, and they are specialized in English, they are actually take the your English class, and there is a department head whom other English teacher will be reported, and this head of the department should report it to the vice principal and principal, and whole matter should be controlled by the one person, that is principal. So this is the process to organize the things so that you can accomplish the actual your objective. Where school objective is to provide your the best service, best teaching process, best of things to you, just so you just increase your knowledge, and you should score a very good marks in your board exam, and in practical life also you should work and apply that. Okay, so this is all about the organizing definition. Now come to the process. So there is a less than 5 minutes time is there. So from next day we will start the what is the process, different steps, what is the different steps of organizing, how can we these steps should be followed, then automatically organizing will be happen with any organization or any enterprise or any forms of business. Okay, so in different scale of business, different organizing things will be happen. In small scale business, there is not each and every department can be grouped. Okay, but in big companies, there is each and every department. There is a production department, there is a finance department. But in small business, that is a sole proprietor type of business, there is not like the production department do not need it, because they do not actually manufacture any goods. There is some accounts department and marketing department is there. So that will be different. As per the business scale, the things organizing will be differently handled. But some of the common things, and that will be the steps of the organizing, will be discussed tomorrow. So for today, that's all. So thank you for today. Okay. Hope you are well and safe in your home. Thank you.